Hey everyone, David here. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to assemble your balloons. This tutorial will cover constructing the main body of the balloon and the basket that hangs underneath, but we'll cover attaching the basket later on. In this example, I'm going to be putting together a medium balloon. All the balloons are put together the same way, using the same shapes, but small and medium balloons are assembled with pins, where your large balloons are going to be put together with screws. Your balloons will arrive to you in a box like this one. One side of the cardboard is glued, so if you're having trouble opening it, just switch to the other. And inside, you'll find all of your balloon parts nestled into the styrofoam, and they just pop out like so. Then you're ready to assemble. The main body of your balloons is made up of 3 different shapes. They are the rib piece, the top and bottom cap that are identical to each other. For your half balloons, these are going to be a half circle. And we have the middle ring, which looks like this. For your large balloons, this is going to come in 2 pieces. Remember that these are delicate, so handle with care as you're working. When assembling your balloons, start by securing the cut mark that's in your ring by using 2 pins and angle them from one side into the other, going in opposite directions. With the ring secure, we're ready to start adding some ribs. The ring doesn't have a top or bottom, so just pick one side and start putting them together. The notch that's in the ring is going to slide into the notch of the rib until it's flush with the edge of your ring like this. I'm going to use pins as I go to go ahead and close everything. This first one is going to be the hardest because the ring has a seam in it. And I'm putting 1 pin on either side of the rib that goes through the ring and into the rib at an angle. And for now, I'm going every other space and putting the ribs in. Again, I'm doing 1 pin on either side of the rib. Okay, so now I have every other rib in the balloon. Go ahead and set it on my table like that. And take the cap piece. And I'm going to gently start working in every other rib into the gaps that are cut on the cap piece. And once I've got them all settled in, I'm going to take my pins and again put 1 pin on either side of the rib, going through the cap piece and into the rib at an angle. And I'm just going to rotate the balloon and work my way all the way around, making sure that the rib piece is pushed all the way into the notch before I pin. So now I'm going to flip it over and repeat this process with the bottom cap. And once again, a pin on either side that goes through the cap and into the rib, working all the way around. All right, now every other rib is placed and pinned on the cap, the middle ring, and the bottom. So I'm going to go in with the other ribs and fill in all the gaps. And now I'm just going to pin as I go. Get the bottom first, then the middle. And the top. All right, so that is the last piece of the main body of the balloon. Now we can put together the basket. The balloon baskets will arrive pre-assembled. This section provides instructions for assembling the components in the event of a replacement. Start by laying out all the parts for your basket. And just like with the main part of the balloon, we're gonna find the cut mark in the ring and go ahead and secure it with a couple of pins. And now we're gonna put our ribs into our basket bottom. So lay out the basket bottom and find the part of the rib that tapers outward. That's gonna be the top of the basket, so that you end up with this fluted out shape. So I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna pin as I go. So just like before, we're gonna put the piece in, make sure it is all the way into the notch, and then I'm placing a pin on either side that goes through the base and into the rib. All right, and then finally, we're going to put all the tops of the ribs into the notches on the top ring. It's best to go around and get all of them in there at least a little bit before putting one completely in, because sometimes they can get too tight and snap. So I'm just gonna make sure everything is nice and settled in there, and then go through and start pinning. Just like before, one on either side, angled through the ring and into the rib.